I think I'm recording. Okay. So anyway, there's been a couple of videos on this this argument. I guess I didn't notice that Anticon Devad was. Well, I guess he was pretty overtly, but this whole everything's more complicated than it seems. And now the argument is no, it's much simpler than it seems. And but it's just hilarious. They hold up this picture of a pipe, and some asshole painted it. And it's a nice enough pipe painting. And this is not a pipe. Well, yeah, it is a pipe. It's not a dog. It's not a frog. It's a pipe. Fits all of those categories. So it's just I don't know. And this is supposed to be what intellectuals. This is the funny part, right? Intellectuals can't figure out it's a pipe. It's a picture of a pipe. Yeah, painting of a pipe. Not complicated. So everybody's supposed to be paused by this. There's supposed to be some sort of crisis, existential existence crisis, because it's not really a pipe. The artist says so. The guy who painted it says so. I mean, hell, what are we gonna do? No, maybe we just say, that's stupid. I know a pipe when I see one. It's a pipe. This is a tree. This is me. Yeah. It's just this isn't that common. If that's all, wow. The intellectuals aren't even up to the ABCs yet. They still haven't gotten that's a tree. That's the ground. That's a rock. They still haven't figured out that shit yet. Oh, yeah. Wow. Can't wait till I'm an intellectual. And I can't figure out what fucking the ground is, and what the sky is, and what a tree is, and what a bird is, and what a rock is. Gee. Yeah, it's so fucking idiotic. And then he gives you the two options. It either means that he's just trying to throw a spanner in the works, or he's trying to be profound and interesting, and no, he's being an asshole. You're being an asshole. Yeah. But I mean, the alternative isn't something. Well, whatever. The alternative, as he described it, as if this all means something. No, it doesn't mean anything either way. The whole thing is nonsense. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, that's all there is. There's just nonsense. This idea that we don't know the difference between, helping an old lady across the street and raping a 13-year-old. That's what he really wants to get us all down to, right? That somehow we can't tell the difference. I don't think there's any hope of doing that, but people are pretty irrational. And intellectuals are apparently fucking idiotic. So, yeah, maybe they'll fall for it. I don't see where any of this crap, this bullshit goes. Anybody with any kind of brain knows that there's a history to this piece of wood sitting here. It grew for some 40 years, and that it had good years and bad years. Grew a lot, grew a little. A lot of people might have pissed on it over its lifetime. There's a story. Everybody understands that. It's not just a piece of wood. There's more. Maybe that's what the guy meant about the pipe. Maybe every pipe had a peep smoker. And so that's the story of the pipe, is the people who smoked it. Or how good a smoke they had. A good smoke after the winning of the World War II or something. Yeah, maybe. So, yeah. But who doesn't understand that? That everything has a history. And the history is part of its character. It's part of its construction. And that you can do that with our entire species, and you can understand where we came from. Hint, it's not a good place. Yeah, it's basically out of the earth. Little squigglies. And that's still squiggling inside of us in many respects. That nature. So yeah, you could paint a picture of a human being smoking a pipe, wearing spectacles, maybe having a bit of a beard, looking quite intellectual. Does it mean much? Might not mean anything at all. Certainly doesn't have anything to do with the context, I suppose. He's not a native anymore. He's become something else, a contrivance of civilization. Or maybe he is smart. Maybe he has contemplated all that needs contemplating. Yeah. But anyway, this whole mystery of life crap, everybody just keeps wanting to do it. And I keep running back to, it's evolution, baby. It's evolution. Deal with that fact. All right? That's the ball game. You don't need to know no Big Bang bullshit. We know where we came from. It's just what happens when a replicating molecule is set loose in an environment conducive to its replication. It will replicate, and it will mutate, and it will do all of this crap, if it's so configured. I mean, some replicating molecules will never evolve because there isn't enough potential for change. But, ours obviously did. The arrangement of chemistry was conducive to rapid, remaking of the molecule, and sloppy remaking, which is the key ingredient to evolution, ironically. Errors. Yeah, the necessity that it copy itself badly. So whatever. But I just, this is what people with a brain are going to waste their time doing. It's not, recognizing the isness of things, and then, break it down. Find some more information out about it. No harm in that, but it doesn't destroy what it is. We know what it is. It is a pipe. It's a picture of a pipe, a more explicit, more accurate description, a painting of a pipe. Yeah, you can go down the list. Then you can talk about pipes in general, or you can talk about the specific pipe that has been immortalized. Maybe it still exists somewhere. Yeah. Maybe it's just in his imagination. Who knows? Somebody might know that. I don't know. But who cares? Again, but is this what we should waste our time on doing? No. We know a pipe. We know the difference between a pipe and a dog and a rock and a frog. And we can just go down through the list of all the things on Earth, and we know the difference between them. Tyrannosaurus is not a pipe. Yes, that's accurate. So, I mean, why not just say what everything isn't? Yeah, let's go find out what everything that's not a pipe. Let's go through the world and see what's not a pipe. Yeah. Smart people can't figure out a better agenda for their thinking, logical brain than to solve the mystery of how many things aren't a pipe. I mean, shit. Anyway, this just isn't that complicated. I keep saying things that are simple and nobody pays any attention, but whatever. I mean, it's just categories. That's all. Words are just categories. You put things in that category, and that category has properties, which is a definition. Categories and properties. No big deal. Yeah, and things are made out of things. No big deal there. That's not complicated. I think we all understand that. I have different functional organs that have been collected, by the DNA's mandate to provide for the maintenance of a structure that is able to walk and talk. Yeah, and I'm not a pipe. And yeah, not that complicated. Whoa, sorry. Could have had the better path. That was nice of them. Usually these bicycle guys insist that you jump out of the way. And that guy volunteered to ride in the horror. That was nice of him. Anyway, little fanatical though. Yeah, I can see doing the whole healthy thing, but bouncing yourself around on this shit, I don't think that's too good an idea. Anyway, part B. Yeah, it really isn't a part B. So, this is not a pipe. I guess one could whittle it into a pipe, but I will not be the one. Yeah, some other one will do that maybe, possibly. But the odds seem pretty thin, right? We can sort of say that that stick doesn't have much chance of getting whittled into a pipe. Like, I don't know, how many sticks could I throw in the woods before one of them gets whittled into a pipe? You know, it seems like it's probably a pretty astronomical number. Very, very big number. Many, 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 many bazillions of zeros. So lots of improbabilities. And yes, we can sit there and look at ourselves and say, gee, maybe that's all that's happened here, is that something incredibly improbable has taken place, and now we think we have to explain it. And we don't really. And we know the substance of it. The substance of our shape has been dictated by 4, I don't know, zillion rounds of gladiator war. So in 4 zillion rounds of animals kicking the shit out of each other, we're the byproduct. Of the winner dripping his little seed, onto the fertilizer that is the loser. That's a good metaphor. And so we're here, and we have a brain, and you people want to waste time trying to figure out what's not a pipe. Yeah, so we could be here out of a, zillion to 1 odds, because zillion to 1 odds, not squared, but like zillionized. Yeah, zillionized, right? And so here we are, this preposterously unlikely event. And I guess it's suitable that we're doing something preposterously unlikely, which is worrying about whether everything is a pipe or not. Jeez. So anyway, yeah, I don't know why this is the conversation you're stuck with on the internet. I mean, shit. I got to find somebody to argue with who wants to argue about something interesting. Being able to distinguish, pipes from chick penises, I already know how to do that. Yeah, no problem. So, I want a different kind of argument. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I keep saying, so anyway. This really didn't need to be as long a video, I guess. Because I guess I can't do anything but just mock this conversation. What the hell? I don't understand. I can't honestly say. I just don't get this whole, when people do this existential crisis thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. I don't get his whole guilt-mongering thing. Like, guilt is the most horrible, awful thing in the universe. No, it's pretty much just this little bit of a psychological phenomenon. And it usually has a correlation to some sort of constructive reclamation. So, seems pretty good to me. So I don't get all this huff and puff. And I don't get all the huff and puff about figuring out what a pipe is. I don't get it. Yeah, this is good enough. I don't understand any of it. Not even a glimmer of hope of figuring out why people are all confused. Why they're all challenged by thinking about the pipe being made out of rosewood. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, that means something. Ooh, mystery. No. I don't know. Like I said, I still can't. I just can't make anything out of this. Can't do it. So, anyway, till the next time, and such and so forth, and whatnot. Yeah, now I'm ready to go. It's kind of almost a lovely day. No gloves. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Winter hasn't even begun. Yikes. Alright, anyway, until next time.